What up? Welcome back to Crystal's Tarot. This is going to be a bonus reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign for Leo for the month of August of 2020. If this reading resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. I do wait for the cards to pop out, so if you would like to, please feel free to fast forward, but we do have a message before you do so. You have the Seven of Wands with the World and also the Ace of Pentacles. So what this speaks about is that you might be fighting for an opportunity potentially to create something possibly, or you might feel like you have to fight for something that you're in the process of creating. You might be hoping for a movement of love, or thinking about a movement of love that caused some heartache for you, an action of love that was taken by yourself or by somebody else that was hurtful for you. You're trying to use your intuition to overcome the pain and struggles that you've been enduring. You have another message with the Two of Wands, the Empress, and the Queen of Wands. So you might be trying to make a decision regarding something that you're trying to create and how to go about creating it. Or you're waiting for inspiration to help you to make a decision. Or you're waiting for somebody to come around that you're very passionate about, that you see a future with, a long-term future. You feel very guided by spirit. You are able to connect with the animals around you. You enjoy nature. You like being around nature. If you're going through any difficulties right now, if you spend some time in nature, that'll be very beneficial for you. So if you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, and in the information for the decks used in today's reading can be found in the description box listed below. We're going to have one more shuffle, and then we're going to start pulling cards. For Leo, August 2020. Leo, August 2020. Leo, August 2020. Okay, so you might be potentially struggling to make a decision with something right now, potentially regarding a career, or you might feel like an investment that you're trying to make might be a little bit difficult right now. You might feel as though you're struggling to kind of get things to come together with an endeavor that you're currently trying to pursue. The Knight of Cups came out again. So this Knight of Cups came out in your pre-shuffle, and now it's here in your underlying energy. So whatever action of love that was in your past, it's something that it's stuck with you. It's something that was, it stuck with you. It was very hurtful, but there was a lot of passion that you had for it, and that event and the memories surrounding that event stuck with you. Right now, you're trying to take some sort of action towards your prosperity. You're trying to create something abundant for yourself right now in your life. You're probably also trying to create something that can be generational prosperity, so that yourself and the generations that follow you are have a comfortable lifestyle. Okay. So you might be struggling with something right now that is passionate, that you're passionate about. Okay, I'm going to leave that one there. Sorry. I'm just waiting for the last few cards to come out. I don't want to get too far into the message because I like to show the cards as I speak about them. But it looks like we're almost finished. Sorry, I need to see if this is up or down. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, your clarifiers, you now have the Queen of Pentacles. So I want to point this out first and foremost to you. You have a pair here. So this speaks about either you're trying to bring in your true partner, or you're thinking about and creating and putting action towards creating something abundant for yourself. But again, this could be you looking back on a relationship, thinking about how you could have done things differently to make it last, potentially, or looking at your relationship that you have right now and thinking about how you can take action and what you can do to make that relationship last, being that you have a pair here. And as you can see, the king's looking down at the queen, and action. The kings represent action, and the queens represent thought. And she's looking down at the pentacle, and he's holding the pentacle. So this could speak of a relationship, and or you're putting action in, and you're putting action behind your inspiration into creating something that is going to be prosperous for you. Your current energy, you have the 10 of Wands, and that's clarified with the Knight of Wands. So your current energy, it looks like there was something that was very difficult for you, that it had a lot of force behind it. So you might have either gotten into some, even though they're wands, you might have gotten into some very heated conversations, arguments, maybe even... you just got to the point where you're carrying a lot, and you were passionate about it, so you needed to just put it behind you, and to create new opportunities and new ways about doing things. You want to create new opportunities for yourself that align with the person that you are now, not the person that you used to be. And a lot of things that were created by the person that you used to be are in your environment now. So you're looking at those and trying to figure out how do you clear those out so you can make room for the things that suit you with who you are now. So you can create the things for yourself that match the person who you are now. And you no longer want to struggle and fight with anything. But there is something that you're holding inside you that is very resentful towards somebody that you had either a very emotional altercation with, even if it wasn't strong words. You're holding that energy within you. You might be holding some resentment of some kind. And this Knight of Cups energy and the underlying energy that you have is clarified by the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, she's, again, queens are thoughts, and cups are like our emotions, how we display our love, are the things that we want to be surrounded by, the things that we put joy into. And then with the Knight of Cups, this is a movement. So you're thinking about a movement, or taking an action, or somebody taking an action towards you regarding love. And in your recent past, it looks like there was a relationship that maybe had a struggle with it. It might have had an ending, or it might have had a change in the way that the relationship was structured. Such as if one of you originally was in the relationship at the beginning and they were the one that was receiving all of the attention, all of the love, all of the support, and they weren't really providing it as much, then the table switched, and now it's the other person who's now kind of has the ball in their court when it comes to the relationship. And so you guys are both trying to figure out, how do you build a relationship that's structured on a stable foundation, that is built on a stable foundation and is structured in the way that supports both of you. The energy that you're thinking about, there's something that you're very passionate about, that you're not really sharing with anybody right now. And you're kind of just, you're thinking about it a lot internally. You're trying to determine, how do you take the next action towards it, and what is the correct course of action. You're trying to get all the facts behind it so that you can make an educated decision regarding something that you're very passionate about, but you want to take action. You're just not sure how to do so yet. So you're just going within yourself and waiting on spirit to provide you with that clarification and direction. In your potential near future, there's going to be something ending in the way that things are done, in regards to the way that things are built, the way that you handle your relationships. You might be dealing with a Scorpio here with the Death card. So in your near future, you have the Death card, and to clarify that, you have the Three of Pentacles upside down. So this speaks of, you're no longer going to be really taking other people's opinions into account when you're making your decisions. You might be willing to listen to people's thoughts, but it's not going to have much weight when you're making your choices and your decisions going forward. How you feel about yourself. You feel like this thing that you're passionate about, you feel like it's inspired, and you're just waiting on spirit to kind of just let the facts on how to proceed with it to kind of overwash you, to overcome you, excuse me, so that you can walk in that victory, because you know that this spark that you're in, that you're guided by, is something that spirit has put all the pieces together with. So now it's just a matter of playing the game according to the rules, and winning to get your outcome that you're already entitled to. This is something that is yours by divine right, and you feel that victory. You're just waiting for it, and spirit is working with you, and you are putting action towards it. You're making steps towards it bit by bit. But there's still a little bit further to go. But at the same time, you're doing the best that you can, the most that you can at the moment. And most of it is just relying on spirit to, if you can see right here how this branch is growing, and this is God's hand offering it, and the cloud right here. And if you just kind of watch, and it kind of just overflows, and now you have the wands where it kind of, the branches feed into, it's like the wind, as if the wind was blowing through this cloud, and then it's just washing over. So all you have to do is really wait on spirit and rely on spirit to kind of feed you the rest of the way for your victory. You're already headed in that direction, and spirit goes ahead of you and make sure that everything for your prosperity just flows towards you. All you have to do is listen to your intuition and be obedient towards the steps and the intuitions that you receive. Other people see you as the Seven of Pentacles, clarified with the Six of Cups. So this speaks of basically, people might have seen you working at something since you were a child, a long time ago. They might see that whatever this passion that you have right now, it might be something that started since you were a child. Or the people in your environment right now that are watching you kind of evaluate your options and work at your inspirations, they might have been around since you were a child. There's a lot of different ways that you could read this, but it looks like people are looking at the progress that you're making, and they're looking at you with like they're proud of you. They're proud to see how far you've come, because you have came a long way. It has been a long journey for you, and now you're kind of at that point of where you can kind of look back and appreciate the long road and the lessons that you've learned. And other people can kind of, they're seeing you progress. You're hoping to bring some balance into your relationship, into your home, and into yourself. The energy that you've been progressing through your energy, and now you want to like solidify that balance and that transition from the old to the new you, and solidify that in your home as well, and with the people that you choose to keep around you. And Spirit is guiding you and helping you, and has beautiful things intended for you. You just have to follow your intuition. And you have came a long way, and you've cleared out a lot of negative energy, and you just want to continue to do that so that you can clean out that old and make room for the new. But there's beautiful things coming in your future. And then the potential outcome that you receive, should everything receive the same, or should everything continue the same, you have the Knight of Wands with the 5 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, clarified with the 2 of Wands in reverse. So what this speaks of to me is there was something that you were very passionate about that you had to fight for, and it was a long journey for you, and there was times that you weren't sure if you wanted to continue or not, but you feel like you're finally at that point of victory, and you feel the sun kind of starting to peek through the clouds. You're starting to feel, you're starting to be able to appreciate and be in those moments more, where you can see the love around you from those around you, where you might not have been able to see them before. And you're very content with where you're at. You don't feel like there's much more that you want to do or seek out other than growing your prosperity. As far as your home environment, though, it seems like that with the 10 of Cups here, it seems like that's settled. And or you're passionate about a new start because you no longer want to fight for a relationship, and you can see, and you're hopeful to be able to be in a committed relationship that has the same goals and objectives as you have, where there's not third party involvement, where there's not people making different decisions, and where there's not choices to be had or made. But most of you, it looks like there was a passionate relationship that you had, that potentially was very difficult. It was a passionate relationship that you had. You had a relationship with somebody that you were very passionate about, that there was a lot of struggle and strife within it. And there was many times that you weren't sure if you wanted to walk away or not, but you still saw opportunity and you stuck it through. And now you're starting to see the person that you're in a relationship with. Now you're starting to see the potential, not the potential. You're starting to see that they're putting action. They're starting to meet you halfway. And that's bringing you joy. That's giving you comfort and making it where you feel stable and you don't want to consider any other options. Well, Leo, this has been your bonus reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you're interested in getting with me for a personal reading, please see the description box below. And I hope you have a beautiful birthday, wonderful birthday. I know this is your birthday month. if you have enjoyed this reading and you've made it this far, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate you.